Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today, I believe we left off by presenting the script, right? Or the fingerprints? Yes, right? I mean, I picked a horrible time to miss a day recording, right? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Detective Sky, but there's a flaw in your testimony. Oh, really? The prosecutor is claiming that Ms. Wright moved the understage tape during the show in order to guide the victim into the coffin back downstage. But it doesn't make sense that she would leave prints on the tape at that time. It doesn't? Please consider the fingerprinting results of the main coffin, which show that not one of my client's fingerprints were found on it. That's true. We didn't find any of her prints on that coffin. I think you've realized what the flaw in your testimony is. Claiming Ms. Wright left prints on the tape during the show is inconvenient with the facts, or inconsistent. Also inconvenient, because she was wearing gloves during the show. Also, every part of her waking life. She never changes clothes. Oh. She must have left prints sometime before the show started. In other words, her prints do not prove she moved the tape to mislead the victim. The prosecution's investigation was insufficient. Oh my! But on a personal level, I'm very happy about that. On a professional level, what the fuck? I'm gonna get demoted. Well, Prosecutor Shamadi, if the defense argument is true, then you have no evidence the defendant moved the tape to deceive the victim. I see. Apparently, the defense is more intelligent than I had thought. More than a stink bug, at any rate. Oh, come on. You can bump me up to at least a stag beetle now, can't you? Would that really be any better? I don't think so. Of course, way better. Stag beetles are cool, with those huge mandibles of theirs. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Alright, shoot. Even with no evidence that the accused moves the tape to misguide the victim still climbed the ladder using the tape as a guide and entered the coffin on the stage. The accused then thrust her sword into said coffin with the victim in it. So what you're saying is, the fact remains the victim was stabbed to death, right? Precisely. However, this does drastically change one aspect of the case. If the accused did not lead the victim into the coffin on purpose, then it means the victim's death could have been accidental. If it was indeed accidental, the defense can argue that it was involuntary manslaughter. I see. If it was involuntary manslaughter, they could plead extenuating circumstances, and the severity of the crime would be mitigated. Defense, if you believe the accused did not murder the victim, then do you argue that it was an accident? This is it. The all-important question. The defense argues that Miss Aretha's death was an accident. Yeah, I guess. The defense believes this incident was an unfortunate act. Okay. Oh, wait! Wouldn't that mean we're admitting Trucy stabbed the victim? If we do that, we won't be able to plead that Trucy was not at fault. Oh, oops. So the defense argues that the victim's death was an accident. Is that correct? No, because I definitely can't allow Trucy to be implicated in the stabbing. I only had two options. Murder, accident. Accident is way less severe than murder. The defense maintains the defendant is entirely innocent. We believe that it was an accident, but murder. It wasn't an accident, murder. But just not our client? And what's more, we believe it was committed by a third party. Okay. Third party? As in the true culprit is someone else? I mean, I guess choosing murder would have led to that. Just looking at those options, though, I would not have chosen murder. That's quite a brazen claim to make, and one wholly without grounds. Your voice is as loud as your suit, and your mind echoes just as loudly in emptiness. Where do you keep getting these magical butterflies from? Surely you were not a loud red pepper in your previous lives. I was demoted to vegetable? Wow, I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. Let us hear this reasoning of yours, then. Alright, but before I give it, there's one question that we need to address. If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that is the case, then how did we line up with the dead body inside the coffin? A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? Under stage? I feel like we would have seen blood down there or something. I could have cleaned it up. That's true. It wasn't magic. Under stage? What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put in the coffin? In other words, what if the victim was already dead inside the coffin from the get-go? I like how we phrase that as a question and not like as something we're committed to. Oh, I see. In that case, the defendant's sword wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Shamadi? Do you have an autopsy report? Do we have an autopsy report? Oh, yes. Shock as a result of being stabbed through the back with a sharp blade. Okay, yeah. That is the third time. The third time of what? Yeah. Thank you. What the heck was this? Bless you. Ah, my head! Take them off. What do you think you're doing? Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience if she's struck 3 times. As you never learn, you need to be punished. Why don't you let me worry about what I need to and don't need? It is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites for the victim. You are a brainless lawyer chasing phantoms. You know nothing. Let this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon. A sermon now? There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of the Chronism. Yeah, but I don't care about your made-up shit, Chronos. The cornered frog will swallow even a snake. Judge! He's calling upon imaginary friends, Chronos. We're in the court of law. The cornered lawyer has unexpectedly shook back hard against the prosecution. Did I get it right? No, for I am not done with my sermon. And yet, the frog still dies. Its belly bitten and torn from within. Just great. And in this case, you are the frog defense. I'm a poison frog. What exactly is your point, anyways? But assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage, who, then, had the opportunity to do so during the show. Let's see, the people on the show were... Bonny DeFrame, the victim Mysterious, and Phoenix Wright. Bonny DeFrame was on stage throughout the entire show, and easily confirmed by the footage from the show. It leaves us the only one suspect, Phoenix Wright. Yeah. Now do you see? If you're happy and, you know, clap your hands. The accused killed Mr. Rios as he waited on the standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above, thus making the murder look like an accident. No! Do you get like a projector for those? They're spirits, Chronos. Yeah, they're a projector probably. Oh, great merciful mother! Thus, not another putrid mind has guided towards enlightenment. No, it hasn't. I can't believe I swallowed his trick question whole. He should have paid me for that.
Objection!
Thank you. Fuck you! Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here. Athena, what are you... There's something I want to point out, Apollo. And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child in incontinence. No? That was not incontinence. As a mere child in countenance. Okay, not incontinence. That's completely different. I may be young, but I have an attorney's badge just the same. And you would contribute to the discussion in that capacity? I most certainly would. Look at this robot. It's adorable. You just argue the defendant killed the victim under the stage. But let's remind you that Ms. Wright is a girl. Clearly, surely you don't raise an objection simply to point out such an obvious fact. Your Honor, please send for this little child's guardian to come take her home. But I'm not done with my sermon. You don't need to talk like Prosecutor Shimada, you know. Listen, if the victim was killed in the interstage passage, then his body would then have to be hauled over to the stage, right? However, Ms. Wright is a young girl, and a pretty petite one at that. She can possibly have hefted that large body up and put it in the coffin. Oh, that's true. I guess? I don't know how big Mr. Rios is. I mean, the age well, Jesus Christ, 13 years? She is small, and she doesn't look like she works out, so yeah. Well, probably not. But there was the lift, though. That's true. It does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for a defendant. I don't think I could even do that. Well, yes, you're just old. What do you think of that, Mr. Prosecutor? Who's the child now, you cuck? It's like, Jesus, okay. In my religion, the priestess of Chronos is revered as the pillars of her beliefs. So I naturally hold nothing but deep respect for women. He just tips his fedora, but I also think highly of the female perspective. There's the man who called this fair maiden a little child. He was a fair maiden. I agree that your point is worth discussing, defense. Oh, indeed, was the dead body raised up into the coffin. By the accused, Truce Wright, that is. You're committed to pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Then you explain how that'd even be possible. Of course. There was a way for even a small creature like her to raise the victim's body. Huh? Wait, creature? You really can't explain it? I hate that face so much. It's so, like, unnerving for some reason. I foresaw that our argument would come to this, so I have prepared a witness. Well, well, am I a readiness, prosecutor? It really is not that difficult when you can read the ultimate outcome of any trial. You couldn't have really predicted that things would turn out like this, could he? Pretty hard to believe. Excuse me, but may I step down now? I need to buy more snacks. Yes, I suppose you may. One moment, Detective Sky. Sorry for, the way I handle all this. You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable. It was? Yes, you served well as a detective and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the conflicted emotions you felt and performed your duty admirably. You will be rewarded for your fine work. Okay, cool. Thank you. I hope we can work together again in the future. Emma seems bewildered by the unexpected praise. I guess he's a pretty nice person, like they say, as long as you're not up against him. Now then, let us call the next witness. I'm assuming it's gonna be the bunny girl. It's actually Reten's dressed up as the bunny girl. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court. It's very nice to meet all of you. I'm a logomorph... What? Logomorphing illusionist from the land of fairy tales, body to frame. Okay, one second. Does that mean you're a furry? I think that means you're a furry. Logomorph. Logomorphs, also known as bunnies, rabbits, hares, pikas? Okay. So it means bunny. Cool. But you are a furry. I can't wait to do magic tricks for all of you. Please, witness. There's a time and a place for all things, including magic. But it would be okay if I just do a little magic, right? Come on, please. Look, everybody's waiting. Now's my chance to sign. Chakra? It is your second time. My second time doing what? There will be no further warnings. You should know that from your Jesus Christ, preparatory meeting, correct? Yep. Is no one exempt from His Holiness's rosaries of suffering? May we have your testimony, witness, once you've recovered from your disappointment?
Well, as a huge fan of Trucy's,
Yeah, clearly.
I don't really want to testify against her, but I guess I have to, don't I?
As a huge fan of Trucy's, huh?
I hate her! I loathe her! I can't stand that Trucy White! Well, just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that.
What, she's Skeletor now, Chronos?
Nah!
Sure, you're a real fan, alright. Of destroying Trucy, you mean.
The understage passage.
I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mr. Rios. I guess it's possible for a small girl to lift a dead body up if she used a stage lift. Is it possible? Could Trucy really have? If Trucy did use a stage lift, I think she must have used stage lift number 2. I was on stage the entire show, by the way, so I couldn't have done it.
You were on stage the whole time. And you're sure about this? There's no question. The entire audience could testify to that fact. What's more, she's shown clearly on the TV show footage as well.
I couldn't possibly kill Mr. Rios. Not little old me.
Okay, so she killed him. Therefore, the only person who could have killed the victim on the stage is the accused. I'm assuming it's both of them, to be honest. Bunny Girl and Ratens working together. Furthermore, by using a stage lift, even a petite young lady could have raised the body up on to the stage without difficulty. You gotta be kidding me. Very well, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I'm a bunny girl in a bunny world. That's not the song, Chronos. It is the song now. Let's skip all the way to the end so I can just quickly go through this when I'm pressing. And I'll just come over here and be like, we'll go back for the end.
I wonder if it's really possible for a small girl to lift a dead body like Bonny claims.
I guess it's possible with a stage lift. Brother Samani also said Trucy was the only one who could have done it on a stage. This testimony sure isn't doing our case any favors. Okay, now we press.
Hold it!
You said you're a huge fan of Trucy's, isn't that right?
Oh yeah, I even became a magician because I wanted to be just like her.
You are older than her, and you're not that much older than her. But how? Could you like she like did bars, right? Like where Phoenix was working? I don't know.
First time I saw her, she was performing at the Wonder Bar.
Yeah, you're not allowed in there.
She was only in junior high back then, but she got up on stage with tons of confidence.
Well, to be fair, if she's performing, Juicy's performing there, I guess they would allow underage people in.
And then she proceeded to win my heart with her astonishing magic tricks and winning smile.
Huh. She certainly sounds like she means all this. So if I'm gonna be able to perform with her, it must have been quite a retreat for you, right?
Oh yes, after all, it's my chance to have her see me. Not just as a fan, but as a fellow magician.
A holy hand grenade just comes flying in.
Where'd my money go? But then that horrible accident happened.
It was no accident, it was murder. Witness, please explain if you would. How a small young woman such as Trucy Wright could have raised the body. Go back.
Hold it!
What makes you think it would be possible? It's not like you tried it out yourself, right?
Well,
actually, we did try it for ourselves. Did? Detective Sky, if you would.
oh god damn it! I'm back, so that's why you made me do that.
Detective Sky, what did he have you do?
Person asked me to try raising one of the male police officers with the stage lift. Without a single word of explanation as to say to why he was making me do it.
You're kidding. Sounds as if he really can foresee all of our counter-arguments. Do not underestimate this humble servant of the Holy Mother. I'm like haughty.
I guess that means Trucy could have lifted the dead body up. Does that mean...
Hold it!
Is what possible? Did Trucy really have what, Ms. Famme? Please finish your sentences.
Yeah, well,
Don't try to beat around the bush. Come right out and say it. Why not tell the court what you really believe?
what I really believe, of course I don't believe Trucy could ever commit murder. Such an amazing, wonderful magician could never do such a thing. But taking all the facts into account, what else can I think?
I know at least 3 other unflattering things you think about Trucy. How can you attack this girl when she's obviously speaking with reserve? There's such a thing as reading between the lines, Mr. Justice. It's sad how the youth of today lack the ability to do such a thing. Looking at me like that isn't going to help me stick my foot in my mouth less, Your Honor. Witness, please describe what the accused might have used to lift the dead body.
All right.
Alright, so lift 2. Stage lift 2. You mean the stage lift shown here on the left?
That's right. With stage lift, I don't think even a small. I think even a small girl could.
Jesus Christ.
Could easily lift a dead body up on stage.
So that's what... It's not like... It's a crank machine, actually, right? Yeah. No, it has to be automatic. How else is she going to use it, right? Huh. Anyways, so that what makes her the murderer is, in your opinion?
Of course not. I believe in Trucy. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of hers.
Oh, brother. How long is she going to keep this act up?
Defense, what position was lift 2 in
After the show? Let's see. If I recall, it was in the fully raised position. Ah!
And the reason why it was fully raised is because the accused used it to lift the victim's body.
When you agree. Here's one thing, though. I want to just skip ahead to, like, the position of the stab wound, right? It's in the back. He was not, from Trucy's perspective, was not stabbed in the back. Right?
Feel free to slowly mull it over while you roast over the flames of hell, you evil red pepper.
So now I'm also evil. Can we, like, follow this guy home or something? Chronos, I'm just saying, we don't have to kill him. Just scare him a little bit by breaking all his bones. Chronos, I'm just saying, it would be fun. Yeah. Can we play that game?
I was on stage for the entire show, by the way. I wonder if it's really possible for a small girl.
Oh, fuck. Didn't. Yeah, fuck you. Gotta press.
Hold it!
You didn't have a single spare moment to slip down to the understage passage.
Huh? Don't tell me you suspect me now.
I'm just trying to do my job by fully examining your alibi, which I probably should have done before the court case. Depending on how solid it is, I might have to suspect you, yes.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't spit on my head and tell me it's raining, lawyer boy. I'm right here in the footage. Or are you too stupid, too much of an idiot to see?
Oh, right, we should be doing the skeletal voice.
I'm right here in the footage. Are you too much of an idiot to see?
Huh? Mr. Famme, are you feeling alright? You seem suddenly different.
Oh, yeah, oops. Where did, that come from? Oh my, I seen that snap there for a minute. Didn't I? Bonny.
You didn't just snap, you broke character just now.
In any case, I was on stage the whole time performing magic. I mean, you saw me in the footage, right? My dazzling flawless performance?
Flawless? That's odd, considering what you told me. You said that you made a mistake with where you positioned Mr. Hat.
Yeah.
Mr. Famme. So what is the defense referring?
Well, I made a little mistake on stage. I was in charge of operating with Mr. Hat, you know. According to the script, I was supposed to place him to the left of the coffin. But I flubbed it up and made him stand to the right of the coffin instead.
And because of that mistake, Trucy had to move the stage lifts around.
Did real bad about messing Trucy up like that with my goof. Did he?
Darn it, I don't see any inconsistencies in her testimony.
Now do you understand who the real killer is? Come on, Gramps, don't just sit there. Hand down your ruling pronto. Do it quick before you keel over.
I beg your pardon?
Oops. Oh, what's gotten into me? I'm so sorry.
I give her another 5 minutes before she tears off the mask. Well, Defense, are you ready to let it all go now? Of course not. I'll never give up. I see. I suppose this too is fate. This sacred scripture of the Corinthians describes a variety of hells to fear the damned. For someone like you, who struggles ceaselessly against this fate, Apple boiling seems most appropriate. People boiling? What? Oh wait, that's Corinthianism. Chinese? Yes. What sort of terrible place is the Poopy Baldi? What did you just say, Your Honor? A place where the more you struggle, the further one falls into the abyss. At the bottom of the abyss, a ferocious beast awaits. Think of it as something akin to the antlion sand pit trap. Oh, I've played that game before! Crazy, it's a real thing for, whatever. Wow, crazy, hell is closer to home than I thought. Now then, it would appear that the witness's testimony supports the prosecution's claim that the defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim on the stage. Irk, how are we supposed to get out of this jam?
Hey, Apollo, if you can't find any contradictions, maybe it's time to use analytical psychology.
You mean?
I heard some discord in Bonny's voice.
Who you think? When she turned into Skeletor? Well, she was testifying.
See, we're just picking up all the noise in her heart, too.
That's right. I think it can hear things others can't with her super sensitive hearing. She can hear the emotions. Just picture Bullhorn right next to her head. The emotions people suppress as kind of a noise or discord in their voice. Alright, Athena, give it a try.
You got it.
Hold it!
Yeah, fuck you, Judge. It's therapy time. I pray that our witness, Miss the Fame, is suffering under the terrible traumatic stress due to the horrible incident.
She is?
Yes, with the terrible death on stage, and her beloved Truthy getting arrested, she's under awful strain and shock. In fact, I don't know how much more she can take before she's unfit to testify.
What? I've heard that. What is it called? Post-stress disorder? It's where a person becomes uncontrollably angry, I think. I read about it somewhere.
That's going postal, Your Honor. This is PTSD.
Oh my. So that's why the witness acts so hostile at times. It's as if she was a different person.
Yes.
Oh my god, is she actually a different person? Like, is she not really Bonny?
And yes, I think her condition is clouding her memory of the incident. Therefore, it's just a short therapy session for the witness.
Huh? Therapy? You don't know the first thing about a magician's mental strength. I've risked my life jumping through rings of fire and having my body sawn in half.
Oopsie, boy, I have to watch my temper, don't I, Bonny?
Please start the therapy now. Miss Sykes, please do whatever you can for this to help this unfortunate young lady. And what exactly is this child planning to do, Mr. Justice? With her super sensitive hearing, Miss Sykes can hear a witness's true emotions. Simply from tone and inflection, she can tell exactly what a person is feeling, thus hiding.
I can even pick out feelings that a witness is trying to suppress or hide. Widget projects the emotion I hear into the mood matrix, where I can analyze them.
It sounds like some sort of racist devilry. I find it hard to believe, I must ask. How do the emotions constitute evidence? While I won't say the emotions can be taken as evidence per se, I have seen how instrumental Miss Sykes' work has been in cracking a case. Therefore, I wholly support giving it a try. I see. If you're in favor, Your Honor, then I have no objections. Even this mere monk can see that something disturbs the witness.
I'll disturb you.
Oh, thank you for understanding, prosecution, Marty. Apollo, you remember how to conduct a therapy session, right?
You want me to lead the session?
Of course. You're the lead of this case, after all.
Fair enough, but do I need a refresher? No, but let's do it. I don't think I need a refresher. Okay, but I think I could use a refresher.
The body's emotion was shown here in the mood matrix, right?
Exactly. Oh. That was Paul, right?
Exactly. The emotion that picked up on our affirmative testimony are projected into this program. The mood matrix gives a visual representation of the witness's testimony and emotions. These 4 mood markers reflect fluctuations in the witness's emotions. As the testimony unfolds, the mood markers will flash and react to the witness's feelings. When the witness feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When the witness feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When the witness feels blue dabba diba, is scared by memory, the sad marker will blink. And when the witness feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will tell us.
Okay, I remember now. I need to find the conflict between what she's saying and which mood markers are blinking.
That's right. And Mr. Famme definitely has some conflicted emotions. See? Just look at her face. Would react to the suppressed emotions I pick up and project them as noise. If you can pinpoint the inconsistency between their testimony or feelings, the noise level should drop to 0, and the therapy session will be a success. When you find an unexpected emotion, first pinpoint with LB. Then select the unexpected emotion or reaction with the 4 mood markers.
Okay, now to give it a whirl.
Yeah, that clearly didn't happen.
That's sad. That's sad. There's nothing there. That's sad and surprised. That's sad. But you're happy. So, why you happy? I have to say, Mr. Famme, you certainly are a strange one. Even though you said I feel so bad about it, it seems you were feeling happy about it. I think I can guess why you were feeling happy. It must be because you messed Trucy up. I think you were happy because you messed up the defendant, messed the defendant up. Yeah, I'm right, aren't I?
You gotta be kidding me! Why would I be happy I messed Trucy up? I'm a big fan of hers!
Because we saw you.
I hate her! I loathe her! I can't stand that Trucy Wright! Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that! So that's exactly what that sniveling brat deserves!
We saw how you said you hated Trucy Wright. How you're glad she was in trouble. I'm like mixing up the Skeletor voice with like the dude from fucking Princess Bride.
Ow! Inconceivable!
It looks like I hit the bunny on the head, so to speak.
Eh.
Oh, the noise level dropped. Now we can get it down to 0.
Well, Mr. Famme, are you ready to confess how you really feel?
What? What do you mean? I'm Bonny the sweet, cute little bunny! I'm a Ricky magician working hard to just like my idol. That's the character I'm supposed to be!
Keep that up, Mr. Famme, and you're gonna have a mental breakdown. Just let yourself be who you really are. Who I really am? The 2 sides of you are fighting each other and doing you psychic harm.
Oh, jeez, does she have like fucking split personalities? Okay.
I can hear them, 2 distinct voices battling inside you.
Shut your pie hole! You know nothing at all!
I said you know nothing, know it all, right?
I mean, you must say things like that, or I might get flustered.
Mr. Famme, or Famme, whatever the fuck your name is, how long do you insist on maintaining this wolf in sheep's clothing act? We can't end the therapy session until you get real with us. Set the wild beast inside you free!
Ouch! Grrr.
How do you get that cloth the hover, Shamoody dude?
Don't make me laugh. You don't know a dang thing about me. You want to see who I really am? Fine, take a good look.
What in the world?
Sheep's clothing, you got it all wrong. It's a rabbit suit I got on. I'm no wolf, I'm a blood-sucking vampire.
Jealous.
A bat with fangs and wings.
I think I just opened Pandora's box.
I'm finally done with the goody two-shoe act. A cottontail act. I feel free as a bat.
Defense, your therapy session has taken a turn for the worst, from the looks of it. There's a perfectly good explanation for this. Isn't there, Miss Sykes?
Methinks I created a monster.
We blew it. Hey, you, lobster boy.
Who, me?
You think I'm glad Trissy's in trouble? That I think she's getting her just desserts? Well, guess what?
Chicken butt.
You're right.
Doesn't mean you admit to wishing the defendant harm?
Well, the bat is out of the bag now. The mistake of mine was a work of art. Thanks to my goof, poor little Trissy had to go do all the hard physical labor.
When you say hard physical labor, what are you referring to?
Because of Mr. Hat's position, Trissy had to move both of those huge lifts. That must have been so heavy. What a riot.
That's strange. Athena, could you please add that last statement to Bonnie's testimony?
Alright, I'll update the moon matrix.
Huh, say Apollo. Now there's a new inconsistency in the testimony. Yeah, she finally slipped up, so what do I need to do now?
Well, from the point onward, you just do what you do best. Find the contradiction in the testimony and present evidence to refute it.
Alright, I get you now, Bonny de Famme.
Meh. 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 Meh.
Okay, I think that's she ended up having to move the stage lifts. So it was already all the way up.
Objection!
Not there. Mr. Famme, I believe your statement contradicts this piece of evidence. No. That evidence is something we should have presented earlier. Right? Because it said she did it. But if it was already all the way up... I'm really ready to be... I'm not ready to be your human juice box yet. Okay. It does suck to be me right now.
I don't think that's where the contradiction is.
Apparently not.
There was that one stage where Bonnie let something slip.
A little hole in testimony. Okay. I just need a piece of evidence. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I'm not sure that was the evidence. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts. Serves her right. So it's one of these. I definitely feel like it's that. It's not that. Serves her right, he. On stage, I would tell a mistake. Oh, but yeah, it was already up. No, it's not that. So it has to be this. But what the fuck? That's gonna come and play later, I'd imagine. Oh, okay, this one.
Objection!
You never told anyone. That doesn't make sense.
What? What? So you think I'm crazy now?
Yes. No, that's not the point I was trying to make.
But I don't hear you denying it.
Mr. Famme, allow me to repeat your statement. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts.
Yeah, that's right. And I still say that's just what you do. What? You interrupted me.
But how did you know? How did you know Ms. Wright moved the stage lift?
Huh?
According to her own statement, she didn't tell anyone that she had done so.
What?
So how could you possibly have known that's what she had done unless you saw her? You saw Ms. Wright moving the lifts in the understage passage, didn't you?
Yeah.
But
He did it, Apollo. Noise levels at 0.
Mr. Justice, wouldn't that mean? Yes, Your Honor. Miss Famme herself was under the stage where the victim was killed. And I hardly need to tell the court what that means.
Yeah.
You're one awful liar, Mr. Famme, and one spectacular suspect.
Yeah. Why, you shiny red lobster boy! You're saying I killed Mr. Rios?
I'm saying that it's a possibility. What's more, I say you had a solid motive to frame my client for murder as well.
Objection!
I apologize for raining on the defense's merry revelry, but you seem to have forgotten one very important point. Oh, really? The TV footage. As you can clearly see, Mr. Famme is on the stage this whole time. The entire audience can bear witness to that fact, including you. Oh, yeah. You have just taken a long and senseless journey, only to return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the understage passage, which means the only one left who could have killed the victim is the accused.
Guess the party's over.
Nah. But Mr. Frame knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, Prosecutor Shimadi? It's quite simple. The accused must have told Mr. Famme about it, and then forgot. Huh.
Open those useless eyes of yours and take a look at the footage.
Huh. This man really was in the understage passage. It means she was on stage and understage at the same time.
You mean she was in two places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes any sense.
It may be an explanation, but I'm not sure about the make sense part.
We'll just have to make it make sense. Your Honor, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. This is the defense's assertion. That doesn't make any sense, but alright. I heard of some illogical things come out of you before, but this is absurd. I'm sure you'll change your tune once you hear my reasoning, Your Honor. My gut tells me you're bluffing, but I'll bite. Very well, Mr. Justice. How do you explain how the witness was in two places at once? She teleported, there was two Bonnies. I mean, this is the only one that makes sense, right? There were two Bonnies, Your Honor. If that were the case, it would all make sense, wouldn't it? There were...
Two of them?
I suspected you had a few screws loose, but now I see some are actually missing. Is there a toolkit in your courtroom, Your Honor? I suppose two or three screws in the head to the head should right in this putrid brain. Very well. Bailiff, could you...
Hold it!
Yeah, 1 second. No, wait. Please listen to my argument. Very well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give you to listen. As we argued earlier, Mr. Famme is shown in the footage the whole time. But at the same time, she was also watching Ms. Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are two Bonnies. That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor Shamudu?
This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that we should lose no time in replacing the fence's many lost screws. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say one person is actually two.
Well, we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. So if the Bonnie from in the footage is the real Bonnie, then the Bonnie here on the witness stand is the one who must have been on the stage. This Bonnie de Famme is our second Bonnie.
She is?
Say we call the one in front of us Bonnie 2, Electric Boogaloo. I believe I have just a piece of evidence to prove that Ms. Bonnie 2 exists. Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice. You probably should have done this earlier. What proves the existence of Bonnie? Number 2. Oh, a set of unknown. Okay, this one?
Take that!
What's this? During an investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on the coffin on the stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show, but they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in the case.
An unknown third party's prints?
I was not told of this.
Emma must have kept it from him. Good job, Emma! So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to?
Ms. de Famme, or should I say Bonnie number 2? These are your fingerprints, aren't they?
Yeah!
Enough of this foolishness. One person could not possibly be two. These fingerprints could have been left not only during the show, but at any time.
Objection!
It's not like you to lose your cool like that, Prosecutor Shamudu.
You're just intentionally saying my name wrong, aren't you?
Yes! And I'm sure you know that. Exactly when the fingerprints were made in is not the main issue. What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice? The issue is, who do these unknown prints belong to? They're certainly not Bonnie de Famme's. And what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us? Oh, you mean Bonnie number 2 is the second Bonnie? How did you not get that connection with the number 2? Is that what you're implying?
Also suggests that those prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual.
Prosecutor Shampoo, can you really look at her and still say that?
What are you looking at? Take a picture, it'll last longer.
How could this be? If we check her prints, I'm sure they'll match the unknown set. Emma, get the dust! Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the prints that don't belong to the real you, they belong to you, don't they, Bonnie number 2? Witness, is what the defense said true?
Yeah, fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine.
And does this mean you aren't Bonnie de Famme?
What? Ridiculous!
Are there really 2 Bonnies?
Nope, there's only one Bonnie. That's because I'm Betty. Betty de Famme.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for the wondrous magic show. Gasp and amazement as the logomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely, it's showtime.
Okay, that doesn't count if you just turn the lights out. I can teleport too. Oh, hi. Yeah, but I can teleport too if the lights are out. It's called me running really fast in the dark. So you guys are twins? Oh yeah, fine. What an amazing trick! The witness is suddenly split into two people.
It's not a trick! No gimmick to it either!
We're simply twins.
What?
Twins? What the fuck are twins?
So that's how the teleportation trick works.
Ever since our debut, I've had to hide or pretend I'm Bonny. All cute and sweet and goody-goody! I can't tell you how stressful it's been. But I don't have to hide anymore.
That's right. Our days of sneaking around are finally over.
Their cover is blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it.
So what'd you use the nice Bonny to find that we met in the dressing room? That would be me.
And the sharp-tongued Bonny we saw with the rating Raja other stage was...
Hey! Who are you calling sharp tongue?
It's all started to make sense now. I mean, I guess it's making sense. So, Mr. Justice, this changes the fact of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it? Yes, it does, and we'll continue this next time, though. Thank you for watching. I will see you all then. Have a great day. Bye.